All right, my fellow agents, welcome back. It is I, X7, the your adventurer of awesome, your awesome adventurer. Though not quite yet today. It is our first day, full day in Moab, Utah, 18th century, or some would have us believe, and we're going to go over. Just it shouldn't be too long, but it'll be at least more thorough, more relevant than yesterday's, which I thought came out quite well, all things considered. But we're going to be talking about uh, just my adventures around town today. I did a lot of walking. And before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Have you been to Moab? Do you want to go to Moab? What'd you do in Moab? Tell me everything. I'd really appreciate it. It's a nice little town. It's very touristy, but we'll get to that. So, and if you could just watch a couple minutes longer, this won't be too long at all, I don't think. All right. Having said that, let's roll. So, when you're on the 70 headed west, you come to the junction of, I think it's 191 to get to Moab here in, well, that did not help me one bit. Thanks, Moab. Anyway, the Wikipedia page filled up. But this is Utah. This was at Jackass Joe's, and had to pull in there and look about it. Also called Area 52. That's where all of the there we go. All of the alien stuff that you saw the other day. If you watch if you subscribe to GD Explanations, that you should be. But you come down that, I really should have looked. Let's see here. So these are the Moab Giants, which was my plan to go today, but they're closed on Wednesday. Yeah, 191. I think it's exit 182 or something. But it's down here and on the way to Moab. So I'll be headed back there tomorrow. It will be a little cooler. But then today I got up and slept in for the first time in ages, and went out and about 10 o'clock because that's when things were open. And our first video we're going to see is of the Welcome Center here in Moab. And then we'll talk a little bit about Moab, a little more about Moab. X7 here. We're in the Moab Information Center. There hasn't been a single dinosaur book for grown-ups. Some for kids, which I took a picture of. But this is kind of your maps and, But again, what's wrong with these people? Nothing about dinosaurs. Nothing. You bring your dog, but not your dinosaur. There are not even any dinosaur toys. So as you saw, that's the only dinosaur books there that they had. And they were not for grown-ups. So I did take this picture because it just made me laugh. And then here is pagan mountaineering, deep in the heart of Utah. I didn't go in there yet because I was walking and I was on a mission, and it was warm. It was starting to get warm. I was headed for the rock shop. And before we get there, I'm going to do a little live bit right now. Well, a little bit here, but I don't know where they might have stole that from that Dino there from Sinclair, and I want one. I want to put one in the yard, but I don't think my sainted mother is going to let me do it. But let's talk about. Oh wait, no, let's show it. Probably shouldn't be going in here, but I'm gonna. Probably should have stepped up there. So that was the entrance to the rock shop. And that's exactly what it's called. did pick up a few things there. I spent less money than I thought I might, but it is Lynn Ottinger's Moab Rock Shop. They have fossils, etc., and so on, and you got a free one. But and I did because I spent no money. Jeez. And now this is outside because there's always a snooty Italian place in uh, every little town in Utah. Vernal has one, although I was very, still it was still sober at this point in time. Okay, so let's talk before we get too much further into this. All right, yeah, I did wear a bunch of dinosaur shirts, so sue me. So I went to the rock shop and got this. This was the free thing when you make a purchase. This is apparently an actual fossil. I'm just going to take their word for it. Talks about the history of the was founded in 1960. There are lots of old places here. Moab itself was founded in settled in 1872, incorporated in 1902, named after Moab from the Bible there. And some people wanted to change it because Moabites, according to the very truthful and accurate Bible, were incestuous and idolatrous, even if Ruth was a Moabite. So keep that in mind. Let's see. They wanted to change the name to Vina or Vina and Uvadalia. I don't know. So it's very famous for uranium, finding a lot of uranium. Oh, I'm not. I'm just talking here. But so we're still talking about. I got a Smilodon populator. This is saber-toothed tiger. I mean, really, nobody calls it a tiger anymore. It's cute though. One of my spirit animals. I also got my first non-plesiosaur, or another. This is not even a Pteropterygian. This is actually a mosasaur. It's kind of generic though. I mean, and then I also picked up something that I could play with and learn with, a deck of dinosaur playing cards for playing and learning. At a bonus, the deck doubles as flashcards. Learn about dinosaurs while playing cards, playing and learning. So now I do have Dinah here from Vernal. She's nearly as old as I am. Anne and Gorgo. And Gorgo and oh, I should have brought Spencer over. But Gorgo and Higgin-Toot. Spencer's over there having a nap. He's been traveling around with me and gotten shown off today. Okay. So what else do we have here? Oh, got this book. It's probably going to end up as a gift. It's pretty basic, but it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's beautifully illustrated. Look at this right there. That, oops, is a Stegosaurus, a pachycephalosauroid. So, and I didn't know that pachy's were part of. It said what they were here, but their pachy's and triceratops are in a similar group. Might be in this one. Then I got this. This one's for me. This is a good thick book. Look at it. Stegosaurs, although they refuse to use the term. There we go. We'll see that in a moment. They refuse to use the term thygomizer. That's one of the problems with books like these, is that they're very straight and can be very, I mean, dinosaurs are exciting, but you could have a little fun too. I mean, we do see a picture of 1 million years BC in here, but, come on. All right, so there's my haul. I did get some other things in other places, but we're not talking about that right now. So let's go on to the Moab Museum. So the Moab Museum is mostly about uranium because that was a big deal here in Moab. I did not know that. There was actually a book in the only book that interested me in the Welcome Center was one about the films that have been shot in and around Moab, and there's a lot of stuff that's been shot here. I mean, from the 50s, probably 40s onward, because it's great scenery. It's beautiful, and when you look at, if you remember the picture of the brontosaurus walking across the desert in 1 million years BC that you saw yesterday, if you watched it, and if you haven't, go back and look at it. That's you could see one just coming around the corner. You could just picture it, and it hasn't happened yet. But believe me, if it does, well, I will be running toward it. You may not ever hear from me again. Another, they say that the place has been named after Moab from the Bible, but others believe the name has Paiute origins, referring to the word Moapa, meaning mosquito. I haven't seen any mosquitoes here, but you never know. So Patricia Medina caught my attention here because I've seen her in a couple of movies, such as Latitude Zero with Cesar Romero, possibly the greatest Joker of all time, and I love that movie. There's even Batman in it. So here's the only fossil in the frickin' museum. I've got some more video here.
Right? So they basically measure the amount of the water particles. So whatever is breaking down, you measure the amount of that breakdown, and it tells you how long there's a calculation you can do that tells you that there's a super general.
Yeah, a lot of these pictures are going to look similar because I just didn't take that many. There'll be a lot more tomorrow. There's the saying it's an Apatosaurus femur, and there's the whole thing. I guess they found it. I just like this. A golden book. Our friend, the atom. I don't think they're talking about Ray Palmer or Al. Al. I don't remember who the original Atom was. I know his name's Al, and it's going to annoy me. He was played by Henry Winkler in the much reviled Black Adam movie, which I thought was entertaining. This is from The Simpsons. This is from Walt Disney. And there's the gas mask. And more stuff around there. Oh, and I took this video. Okay, let's look at this so we can see more of these. Did I take that's over here? Oops. Yeah. Oh, better go back. It's TNT.
Totally. And that's why there's
Well, if you've got claustrophobia, you won't be in this place.
that's called paleosalt, which is basically just to preserve soil. And so
I'm really new to editing this videos in here. I don't do it enough because the next picture is we're out of the museum, but I still have one more video to show, and we're going to do that. It is the elemental table. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just go here because after the museum, which wasn't too far, was actually very close, much closer than the rock shop. Rock shop, rock shop. I went to experience a certain store in Moab that I did not believe could be as have the poorest. Well, Lilith, you're right. But look, bang bang. I should have got a picture of Mama Foley's baby boy here, but have a nice day. I can't do a Mick Foley, a Mankind impersonation. But he was Cactus Jack first. That's how I knew him. Oh, and there we go. Okay, so let's get another video in here. We've got pictures. We'll put them in the right spot here. But this is the only fossil present. It is a wren femur, iron femur, an Apatosaurus, a Brontosaurus, depending. And there it is. And you'll see a tiny little Triceratops there. Only dinosaur in the entire place. It's a small museum. Kind of disappointing. Someday I'll be able to do that. I'm not the editor that Lilith is, that's for sure. There's the book. You can see there's Dinah and Gorgo, and there's Hig and Toot. Then I got, and here's the other book, which came out a little better there. Oops. And then tomorrow, ostensibly, we're watching Land of the Lost. We will see. I did say more pictures, but the next Moab video will have a lot more pictures. We might skip Shaolin Saturday and do that. So we'll see. But I'll probably have to put them in a better order, and because there will be video of that, I'm guaranteeing it. All right, my fellow agents, I did skip a couple. I may put one more in here at the end, just as a little bonus episode. But that's our episode for today. Our first adventure, our first full day in Moab, and it's been a lot of fun. It's very warm still, and I'll be going out here in an hour, maybe half an hour when it cools off, if it cools off. But until our next adventure, whether it's in the Land of the Lost or it's still here in Moab, this is X7 signing off and phasing out. Look, a grown-up dinosaur book, finally. And I opened it up. The first page I opened it to. I think we're going to see Hig and Toot, who is with me, by the way. Dinosaurs and birds. Oh, well, they do have swimmers. Wonder how much is this? Oh, it's only $20? That might be our book review.